Hey, what's up guys? It's Shane, and today is another Truck Talk Tuesday for you. And it's a little bit different today. I got Joey Bradfisch from KISS FM in the seat with me. He's one of my good friends. He's more of a friend than a plug like that. But yeah, I wanted to get his opinion and thoughts on living in the Valley, because we both lived in the Valley for close to 10 years, and we've decided to make it our home. And this is our thoughts on why we like living in the Valley. Now, if you're new to this channel, thanks for stopping by. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos, hit the subscribe button and hit the little bell button to get notified when I post new videos. So, without any more of this humble jumbo stuff, let's get into it. Truck Talk Tuesday coming at you. All right. So today is going to be a little bit different of a Truck Talk Tuesday. I got a passenger. His name is Joey. Good friend of mine. Great friend.
Hey, thanks for having me on your show.
Hey, great to be. Great to have you.
It's great for me to be here.
Yeah, great to have you here.
I love your studio.
Yeah, it's kind of a built-in studio.
Yeah. So I'm real happy to be here.
Great. We just wanted to. I guess I wanted to talk and get your perspective or opinion on why you like living in the Phoenix Metro or Arizona.
Well, it's kind of a tough time to ask me this because currently I have what they call swamp ass.
Oh yeah.
Because in your studio here, you don't turn up the air conditioner. I don't know if you're trying to force your guests out of here.
I'm trying to force them into an uncomfortable situation.
Clearly.
Yeah.
But you want them to feel comfortable. That's the whole point.
But sometimes you do.
That's fair. All right. But anyway.
I'm taking you to the next level.
We both grew up in the Midwest, right?
We did, yes.
And I grew up in Illinois, you grew up in Nebraska, and what I like about Arizona is when we grew up in the Midwest, if we were to go somewhere, if we were to take a drive, we would pretty much get to the same destination. We would get to more corn, we would get to more green, which is not necessarily a bad thing.
Not bad.
But it's just, if you live in that area, you're going to live in that area and you're not going to really venture out to anything else, at least driving wise.
Right, absolutely.
As far as Arizona is concerned, specifically Phoenix, you're about 4 to 5 hours from whatever vegetation or climate you want to be in.
Yeah.
So if it's, well, specifically right now, I could drive to Flagstaff 2 hours and I'm up in the mountains and it's 20, 30 degrees cooler.
Yes.
And I get pine trees and I can just make a weekend out of it and get out of the heat. If I want to go to the beach, I'm 5 hours away.
Nail it.
Mexico,
5
LA,
hours away.
San Diego,
Las Vegas.
Anywhere. So I like the fact that you can, if you don't love Phoenix all the time, which we all don't love everywhere we live all the time.
Right.
You're drive away from wherever you want to be.
Yep.
And it's not you have to make a huge plans, make a trip out of it. You can just drive to wherever you want.
Yeah, you literally can drop a hat and say, hey, I'm going to take off early on Friday afternoon. I'm going to be in LA by Friday night and hit the beach by Friday evening to have dinner. Yeah, it's amazing.
That's the first one.
Okay.
Second, and it also aligns with the Midwest, my roots are in the Midwest. I love the Midwest. I didn't really love living there.
Yeah.
I did. I miss it, but I don't want to go back.
There's certain aspects.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mainly the people.
Turn left onto the Arizona 202
because
west ramp.
I believe that there is a Midwest mentality. There's it's just a different vibe.
People are nice.
People are nice. People are more prone to come up to you, more prone to have a conversation with you, be nice, you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Not that Arizona people are bad, but
I will say that there's the good and the bad about that is that sometimes they're all good people, but sometimes you're in a smaller community, so everybody knows everybody and everybody's in everybody's business.
Sure.
That's one thing that is kind of.
But now we're all spread out here.
Yeah.
And what I was getting to is there's so many people from the Midwest out here, and they're bringing their restaurants, which is fantastic.
Yep. Gotta
so
love that.
you have your steak and shakes. You have your one steak and shake out here. Giordano's, you have Portillo's.
Quarter mile. Merge onto Arizona 202 loop west.
So there are a lot of transplants out here. So it's kind of like a melting pot of all of these different cultures.
Yeah.
In Phoenix.
I dig it.
So I really do enjoy that aspect. A lot of this area is still up and coming every day.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, the road that we're driving on right now, when we were born, this road was not here.
Right.
Everything to the north and south of us was like barely even here. It's still farm fields and desert and stuff.
Right.
And I mean, just in a short period of time.
And while it can be annoying at times, the fact that they're building so much so fast and adding so many opportunities for economic growth is huge.
Yeah. We're on like the HOV lane for economic growth right now.
I like that.
Yeah, it's crazy because there's so many different big corporations and different things that are coming to the valley. It's unbelievable. There's a lot of growth, a lot of job possibilities and stuff, which is cool.
Yeah. So I mean, just we're driving on the 202 past Tempe Town Lake. I mean, look at this. Look at this skyline right now.
I know, it's crazy. Unbelievable.
So yeah, that's good. I personally live in Gilbert.
Yep.
So again, we'll go back to the Midwest thing. It's considered a town, so it's got that small vibe, but there's a lot there. You live right down the street from me, obviously, you know.
The one thing I like about Gilbert is, I guess all the towns or cities surrounding the metro, the Phoenix area, is that each town that you go to has its own, like, I don't know if it's like town hype or whatever, but
sure.
each place has like their own little micro downtown.
Yep.
And everybody kind of rallies around each one of those little downtown. Even if you don't live in like Chandler, the downtown Chandler atmosphere is awesome. Same with Gilbert. Like the downtown Gilbert is awesome, and that's why we love it, right?
And what's great is, I mean, downtown Gilbert is getting a little more boozy, but the culinary part of downtown Gilbert, I think, is better than Chandler. It might get better, but I do think the boozy side of Chandler is better than Gilbert.
Yep.
So you have all these little pockets and all these little downtowns all over the place that bring something different to the table. For instance, West Side, I can't tell you the last time I've been to the West Side. As far as like, but there are areas, I know Peoria has a downtown. Is it a downtown area, or do they just have a lot of stuff over there?
I think Peoria, they do have a downtown, but it's not like what we are used to in the East Valley.
Right, but they have, I believe they have certain things that we don't have,
exactly.
Like cool spots.
Yep.
And I do like, the downtown area of Gilbert does, I mean, most of the it's not local. Sam Fox sold, but that's fine. But there are a lot of like local type cool establishments down there, not like a Chili's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're kind of hip, if you will.
Sure. So, I think there are a lot of different things to be sought after in Arizona.
Let me ask you this. Why do you think there's such a difference between, and I say difference as far as the growth and the way that the towns are shaped, and also, like, it's a different vibe when you go to the West Valley. Like, I feel like literally if you cross Central, you're like in a different spot of the metro, and you are, like, physically, but like it's a different vibe out there. Why do you think that is? I guess when was the last time you were over there?
I would say the demographic for sure.
Okay.
I think the demographic more on the east side is more family oriented.
Okay.
Not that there are a lot of families everywhere in the valley, but I think I remember when I moved to Gilbert, everybody said, "Oh, you guys having kids? That's why you're moving to Gilbert." No, it's just a place we like.
Yep.
That's just kind of the vibe that you get with Chandler, Gilbert, specifically Mesa.
Yeah.
Queen Creek. People are venturing out to Queen Creek because the property values are better.
Queen Creek is blowing up, man. There's a couple different things that are coming down the pipeline. They're building a Dave & Buster's out there eventually. They're gonna put like this resort, this Gaylord resort out there with like a golf community.
Gaylord resort?
Yeah, like Gaylord, like the big money guy Gaylord. Big time.
Who's that guy?
I don't know. I just know that he has a lot of good resorts in like
across the country.
Yeah.
Okay.
He bought a huge plot of land out there to do some big shit out there. I don't know. But I was gonna go back to the west side. I think another reason why the west side is a little differently, or has a little different demographic, if you will, is because of the cheaper land at the time. It still is relatively cheap, but a lot of manufacturing plants and a lot of distribution plants went to the west side, and that took all those kind of jobs out that way. You have that kind of it didn't have necessarily the community growth that they had out here. It was more of a industrial and manufacturing growth out there, and then the towns are kind of starting to fill in around that type of thing. I think that's what.
Yeah.
And there's a ton of agriculture still out there.
Yes.
I've been out there. They have the Air Force Base. Everything around the Air Force Base is kind of land that's used for farming still, a lot of farming, and then manufacturing distribution.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, you're telling me all these things, and I know they're true, but I don't really know anything about the west side because I'm just never over there, which is kind of crazy because we talk about the downtowns and the pockets. Like, I have my own little bubble, and I don't really leave it.
I don't either, because you enjoy it so much.
Yeah, I mean,
that's one thing that's nice about the Phoenix area is you can venture out if you want to Scottsdale or whatever, but the local bubbles that you live in are so good and so awesome, and you can be part of that community. You can really get that community vibe.
And the thing about Phoenix is it is a very spread out, a suburb city. Like downtown Phoenix it's gotten a lot better since we've moved here. But, actually, we're venturing out to there right now. So we wouldn't 10 years ago for sure. But it's just not as big as normal downtown areas. So,
fun fact: did you know that the suburban area of Mesa is the largest suburb in the United States by population?
Really?
Yeah. Do you know how many people live there?
In a half mile, take the interchange on
All
the right.
Let's do over under. I'm gonna say
over under 450,000.
Over.
Okay, you got that right.
What is it?
It's 507,000 people.
Take exit 1A, then keep
That is
left
bigger.
at the fork.
That is bigger than a lot of.
I think Gilbert's like 260.
Stay right at the
Keep
fork.
left at the fork.
Keep left at the fork.
Why would you take I-10 east?
I don't know. That's just what she told me to.
Okay, thank you. We'll go there. I mean, but Mesa is huge. It's crazy.
Continue on I-10 east.
Can we talk about something else real quick?
Yeah, I'd love to talk
I
about
kind of miss the lost art of driving because at this point we're texting, we have $2,000 cameras filming us in our vehicles, we're Spotifying, podcasting. Like nobody even focuses on driving anymore, which is causing a lot of problems.
You want to hear something that I've actually started to do on my way home because I have a 45-minute drive home a lot of times. I'll turn off the radio and I'll turn everything off and I will just focus on driving.
That's what I mean. Like, it's like not, it's kind of a...
It is a lost art, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, it's kind of a thing like, well, I should probably do this. But that's what you should be doing all the time.
Yeah. It also is a good time to kind of clear your mind a little bit. I like it, but
that was a...
Take exit 148,
yeah,
right at the fork.
It is kind of funny how we got the girl talking in the cup holder, we got the camera focusing on us, and I mean, I got two hands on the wheel, so that's good.
Keep right at the fork.
That's what really grinds my gears. And that was what really grinds my gears.
Perfect.
Back to truck driving Saturday, let's playing on Tuesday.
Yes.
Merge onto East Washington Street,
no.
then turn right onto North
So yeah,
15th Street.
I love Arizona for the simple fact that I don't have to deal with the ice cold, brutal, humid winters. And I say humid winters because a wet cold is way worse than a dry cold.
I concur.
Oh shit, I'll just turn there.
That's fine. Today, forever.
But yeah, I like...
16th.
16th, okay. I like the fact, everybody from back in the Midwest is always like, wow, I don't think I could ever live in the heat. Oh, it's so hot. I was like, well, it's hot in your summers as well. It's just the fact that we don't have the humidity to deal with. And I would sure take a dry heat, and I know everybody says that it's still hot, but I'd still rather take a dry heat over humid heat. And then in the wintertime, when you guys are all freezing your ass off, I much rather be in perfect weather than weather I can't even go out in.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto
That's
East
where I'm at.
Peoria Street.
I agree.
And
I agree.
the other thing I like about Arizona is how easy it is to get around in this town.
Yeah, the streets are a grid.
Then your destination.
The whole way, we have almost 5 million people that live in the Phoenix Metro Valley, And yes, there is traffic still, and there is still like slow moving traffic, but relatively speaking to a lot of other busier, bigger cities, our infrastructure, the highways and stuff, you can move relatively fast.
You had a lot to do with that too.
Yeah, sure
I
did.
had nothing to do with it. Nothing.
But yeah, I love it, man. It's so cool. But
Yeah, it's okay.
yeah, it just
I'd
makes
rather
life
live
that
in
much.
Dallas. I'm just kidding.
Ugh,
I'm just kidding.
no way. Not only do you have bullshit traffic, you have to deal with the humidity.
You know this place we
Tornadoes.
went to before? It's just different now.
Oh,
Remember it was Roland's?
it still says Rollins.
But
Your
it's,
destination is on the left.
we're gonna give it another shot.
Yeah, we're definitely doing that.
Jimmy Kimmel was here a couple months ago.
I saw that. That's actually how I found out that this place changed names.
I like that.
But yeah, so that's the opinion piece of why we enjoy living in Arizona. That's why Arizona's the shit. And that's
That's
it.
That's it. Follow me on Instagram.